Hi friends, I'm glad to present my next video in my YouTube video channel English Literature Made Easy. In this video, you are going to watch an interesting analysis of Robert Frost's famous poem After Apple Picking, published in 1914. I can say that this is a poem of immense symbolic significance as it lends itself to multiple interpretation. It is set in an ordinary context in which the speaker has just completed the task of picking apple. He has stopped his daily work due to his exhausted labor and the sleep. But in the deeper layer, it deals with philosophical truth of life. The poem deals with man's spiritual aspiration, worldly obligation, and several limitations towards achieving that, and also the mysterious phenomena of sleep, death. Now let's get into the poem. After Apple Picking by Robert Frost. My long two-pointed ladders sticking through a tree towards heaven still. The opening line of the poem indicates human spiritual aspiration, the goal of the soul. And there is a barrel that I didn't fill. This next line indicates worldly obligation. Besides it, and there may be 2 or 3 apples, I didn't pick upon some bough. Always our obligations remain incomplete. But I am done with apple picking now. The speaker is fed up with the process of apple picking due to several limitations. Maybe physical tiredness or the sleep. The essence of winter sleep is on the night. The scent of apples I am drowsing off. I cannot rub the strangeness from my sight I got from looking through a pane of glass. I skimmed this morning from the drinking trough and held against the world of hoary grass. It melted and I let it fall and break. These lines indicate philosophical perception of life. The morning, the poet saw the world through the pane of glass. That indicates the temporal nature of life. It indicates the approaching age, that is the hurdle towards fulfillment of one's life obligation. Hoary grass also indicates the gray hair, which symbolizes again the old age. It melted and let it fall and break. Shakespeare compares life to dream-like stuff. Here, Frost compares life to pane of glass. But I was well upon my way to sleep before it fell, and I could tell what form my dreaming was about to take. Due to the lack of fulfillment of one's obligation, it disturbs in dream also. The longingness become intense in dream. Poet uses various imagery adroitly. For instance, visual imagery. Magnified apples appear and disappear, stemmen and blossoming. For tactile imagery, instep arc not only keeps the egg, it keeps the pressure of the ladder round. I keep hearing from the cellar bin the rumbling sound. It indicates auditory imagery. For I have had too much of apple picking. I am overtired of the great harvest I myself desire. There were 10,000 fruit to touch, cherish in hand, lift down, and not let fall. For all that struck the earth, no matter if not bruised or spiked with stumble, went surely to the cedar apple heap as of no worth. The speaker desires for great harvest, but he becomes tired by his day labor. His fatigue is limitation towards achieving his goal. One can see what will trouble the sleep of mine, whatever sleep it is. Were he not gone, the woodchuck could say whether it is like his long sleep. As I describe its coming on, are just some human sleep. Two natural phenomena which remain obstacle towards man's achievements of his goals are sleep and death. The poet is worried that they make accomplishment uncertain. Moreover, men cannot understand the realm of sleep better than the woodchuck, which spend long period in hibernation. Thus, men live with ambitious goal without considering the limitations of life. Thanks for watching.